I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Alright guys, made it out to my spot. I'm excited. First day of my rutcation, and I'm about to just pack everything up and get in, get the stand hung. Gonna do a hanging hunt out here on a piece of public that is pretty big block of timber, and I'm going straight to a pinch point where the high side of the creek bed comes up, and then the other side of the pinch point is a field edge, so it's about 80 yards wide. I'm gonna get right in that pinch point. It's a great rut corridor between two big bedding areas, so gonna get in there, hopefully get it done. This can be it right here. I can shoot down to this ravine. I can shoot over to this ridge top. Should be good. Gotta get set up. Alright. Got the stand on. Put my back on. Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to day one of my rutcation. It's the morning of November 2nd, and where I'm staged, up this way, I've got some ag fields that is corn right now. I know those deer have been using it a lot because there's a bunch of rubs and scrapes along that ag field. What I've got right in front of me is big bedding. I've got some big bedding behind me as well. And this is a ridge line that runs between the two big bedding areas. I've got my wind blowing straight down the ridge line, hoping that some bucks are going to be coming out from the ag field and from these big bedding areas running this ridge line, scent checking for does. This is a big piece of public ground that I've hunted for quite some time. The last time I was out here, there was a lot of hunting pressure, so I'm not entirely sure what the deer are doing in here. I know there's at least two really good shooters in here, so rolling the dice, taking a chance. Hopefully this morning pays off. One thing I like to do with my rattling antlers is I use a rubber cinch tie, and what that does is it keeps them from making any noise when you're carrying them into the woods. Like, just had that little doe come in right in front of me here, about 25 yards. She made a racket coming in too. She come busting through those cedars. I don't know what the heck. If she was running from a buck or what, so I'm just gonna hang tight with my bow in my hand. Maybe he'll come through. CRP barrier. Really surprised I'm not seeing any bucks behind these does right now. I don't know, but that's good. Deer are moving. We've seen 3 deer so far, so let's keep it up. Let's get those numbers up. I want to see more. Well guys, it's about 11 o'clock, and the last movement I seen was about 8:30, and all I've seen are does this morning, so I think I'm going to start packing up, get the stand out of the tree, and try to game plan for tonight. In the meantime, I've got a couple other trail cameras that are pretty dang close to the roads that I'm going to drive around, pull the cards, and see what's on them, see if there's any daylight activity. It's a fun morning, cold morning, but this King's gear held up super well. It's been keeping me really warm, even though right down at the base of my stand are my hand warmers. Right, the first thing this morning I open up my pack and both of my big hand warmers drop out and fall on the ground. I'm like, great. But I've got these King's insulated gloves, heavyweight gloves, and they've been keeping me warm. So anyway, I'm gonna drop this set and keep moving with the day. Well guys, before I go any further with this video, I just wanted to say, if you are enjoying these videos, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate if you smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, and yeah, I've got so many more videos coming from this rutcation, 16 days straight of uploads, and rut action. So I appreciate y'all following along, and like I say, smash that subscribe button for me. I appreciate it. Dang it. I just pulled my tree stand down. Had a small little basket rack 8. Walked down the trail that I was hoping they would walk down this morning. Maybe this is a spot to come back to. He wasn't scared by any means. He just kind of took off a little bit. He didn't bust super hard, so maybe we'll come back here. Who knows? Well, there's another truck up on the road, so I'm not the only one hunting this. And I just saw a new ladder stand. Just walked past it, so this guy just pulled out of the public. I wonder if he saw anything. I'm gonna try to get out to the road. Maybe I can talk to him before they leave. One thing about the rut is you never know. Like, it could happen at any time. One of these big boys could follow through, but my goodness, I'm hot. I got like a 1.5 mile walk back to my truck on this dirt road, and I might have to shed some layers. Holy crap. Well, I talked to those boys. They were hunting, sounds like, really close to where I was, but they were on the other side of the creek. They didn't see nothing, and they're actually just down the road about 1/4 mile, and their plan is to coyote hunt for 2-3 hours here this late morning. It was really beneficial to stop and talk to them, because knowing now that they're going to be coyote hunting down there, I'm not even going to pay any attention to this piece of public, just because they're going to be walking around making coyote stands. And they were in here this morning, I was in here this morning. Neither of us saw very many deer. I saw 3 does and 1 small buck when I got down. I went and pulled a camera and didn't see much on the camera, literally like much at all. So I think my plan now is just to pull out. I actually have permission on most of the private surrounding this public ground, so I might focus on that. If they're going to be making coyote sits, they might push some deer out to me, and they might run the private side. We'll see, but all the big thick timber is on the public side, so that's why I kind of wanted to hunt over here, but that's all right. But I tell you what, it is really beneficial to stop and talk to other people on public, as long as it's, you know, in a respectful manner and you're not coming in and busting their hunt, just walking up trying to get a word in. Just if they come out to the road or something like that, or if they're sitting on the road in their pickup or something, never ever hurts to just say hey, be friendly. And 99% of the time, they're the nicest guys in the world. And I've actually made several friends from talking to people on public like that. And you get a lot more information from people just because they want to know what you saw. I want to know what they saw, where you were sitting and all that. And it gives you a better game plan, like I say, for this evening, because I know for a fact I won't be coming back in here. Before I was kind of considering it, but now they're going to be coyote hunting, so I wish them good luck. There's a lot of dogs around here, and frankly, they need to be taken out. So I'm going to jump over to the private side, check a couple more cameras, see what's going on there. I got this camera right here. Looks like that scrape was opened up this morning. Relatively close to the road, just so I can jump out and check this camera quickly and not put too much pressure on this area. But alright, so I've got one of the bucks that I'm after. He's just kind of cool, non-typical looking. He's got a weird beam going on there. He's been hitting this thing at 6:40 in the morning fairly consistently, so any day now he could pop daylight. That's just before shooting hours. Also, I've got another shooter I call a bully buck. These are actually the first photos I've seen of him this year. As far as a rack goes, he doesn't get too big, but my goodness, look how fat that deer is. Look at that thing. I mean, do they get any heavier than that? Probably not. Look at his neck. His neck's all swelled up. Look at that. That deer's rack has stayed the same the last 2 years, basically. He might have gotten a little bit bigger this year, but he lost his brow tine. So he's got basically no brow tines. The genetics are just kind of weird, but he's just so fat. Complete tank. Call him the bully buck. So anyway, if he comes in, I'm for sure going to shoot that deer just because I think he's super cool. With just how heavy he is and the gut he's got on him. And I mean, his neck is freaking giant. So right there we've got 2 shooters using this camera, so it's a good... There's a younger deer, respectable though. It's a good area to keep checking because at any point these deer could break daylight. It's that time of year where they could break and come out of nocturnal and hit these scrapes and just be rolling through here, so this might be a good place to hunt. Yep, I was right. That weird non-typical looking dude and the bully buck hit this scrape this morning. The bully buck hit it about 5:30 and that non-typical looking deer hit it about 6:30. So yep, there's a rub right down there. I'm gonna do a little bit of investigation of this immediate area, then get back to the truck, and I want to check one more camera and then make a game plan for tonight. This will probably be the last camera I check before snagging a bite to eat. See if we, oh yeah, something worked these scrapes this morning. They're all tore up. Good. Let's see what we got. It's a decent buck. Right there. Just a good 4x4, kind of young. Might be 3.5 years old probably. Here we go. Another just young one with good potential. Maybe not shooters, but good bucks for sure. This guy would be borderline. I might have a hard time passing him. He's just kind of cool. Alright. Now to make a game plan for tonight. All of these guys are still nocturnal though. Not a single one of these guys are showing up in the daylight. Oh hey, here you go. Cool. All good to know we got deer on this camera. Woo! Lunchtime. Look at this big old beast. Old Casey's General Store special. Got some chips. Get a little lunch in and then head back out to the woods. I think I got a spot figured out on the maps of where I want to go, and hopefully it plays out tonight. So I made a decision to, I'm already about an hour away from the house. I made a decision to drive another 45 minutes because I found another piece of public ground that I think is gonna be good. It's river ground. So anytime, in my experience, anytime you couple a rut with river ground and you can find a funnel along that river, ooh, usually turns out pretty good. So that was one of the coolest farmers I ever talked to. I just walked up and introduced myself. He came pulling up on the combine over here, and he's harvesting right against the river. He's got some beans. This is a big piece of public ground. He's actually harvesting for the Game and Parks, and he lives just right over here. That's where his farm's at. And he came pulling up and shut the tractor down and come walking out and introduced himself, and we got to talking just about deer hunting around here. Super nice guy. And I kind of told him what I do and all that, and he's like, well heck, if you ever want to come out and turkey hunt, I got more turkeys than I know what to do with. And he lives over here. I said, well, over here on the public? He said, no, over in my place. So you come over to my place anytime, go turkey hunting, I'll get a hold of you in the spring. So hey, That's a good way to get property, right? Just go introduce yourself and be friendly, and you end up with a new friend and new hunting property. Works out pretty good. I'm gonna get around this far end of the bend. Try to set that pinch point that's down there. Hopefully there's a crossing there too. It's pretty sweet terrain for whitetail hunting, huh? Here we go. This is the trail I'm looking for. I'm just gonna get up in here and pack myself away somewhere. Good creek crossing right on the S-curve of this river. Perfect. Slow so far. I haven't seen a deer yet this evening, but it's the rut. Any second we could have something come piling through. Still warm from this morning. Well, guys, I haven't seen any deer yet. The sun's starting to go down. I got about 20 minutes of light left. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna still stalk my way back to the truck, see if I can make something happen. The egg fields are up top, and if there's any does on those egg fields, there might be a buck up there, so I'm just gonna still stalk my way back, see if something happens. If not, we'll see you at the truck. Well guys, that is a wrap on today's video and today's hunts. Just getting things unloaded here at home, and my truck's locked. Keys are inside. So basically, recap of today's hunts were not the most eventful, but it was fun nonetheless. It was a really fun hunt, just getting out. The weather is starting to turn freaking awesome for the rut. By Wednesday, we're going to have another huge cold snap, and it's going to be a high of 32 degrees and a low of 18. I think today was a high of like 54 or 56, and a low of like 29 or 30. So we're going to have a huge cold snap hit by Wednesday, and it's just going to get nuts. I appreciate all y'all following along. If you like this video, remember to smash that subscribe button, give this video a like. Appreciate you guys following along so much. This is day one, video one of my 2019 Rutcation. So day two is coming at you tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.